coming up on this edition of ATV News.
This is definitely one of the more interesting things to guard.
We'll show you which classic board game these sailors are trying to act out.
It's just really important to start them early.
We'll show you how this group says they're preparing kids to get a job.
To provide as many students with free tickets.
Chicken and a t-shirt could help send the Hurd to Vegas. We'll tell you how.
In February, it's usually not warm enough for it to rain. I'll show you in weather if it changes to snow. At halftime, the score was 47-35. We'll tell you if the Aggies stayed on top.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
From the campus of Utah State University in Logan, Utah, the Department of Communication and Media presents the award-winning newscast, ATV News.
It's not easy to sink a canoe, but these students are splashing one another to do just that. Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Kaylee Moss.
And I'm Aaliyah Walker. An annual chocolate festival raised $50,000 for Planned Parenthood last year. This year, hundreds of people showed up, supporters and protesters. This is the 40th year this festival raised funds for the Planned Parenthood Association of Utah. Organizers say they sold over 750 tickets to guests buying chocolate from professional and local bakers. The Planned Parenthood clinic in Logan was shut down last year after the Trump administration took away federal funding, but the Cache Valley community still raised for the state.
It's a community-led and organized event that happens here in Logan every year, and they raise money for Planned Parenthood, which we're really grateful for.
Barker says Planned Parenthood is a reproductive health clinic. People who oppose the organization criticize them for providing abortions. But Barker says that is a small part of their services. Among the hundreds of people USU students came out to support, and others organized a protest outside.
It was founded on the basis of eugenics, and it kills millions of babies. So we disagree fundamentally with its principles. So we're here to convince people not to donate and give them money.
USU students that organized the protest say about 30 people came to discourage people from attending the festival. Protesters held signs, argued with people, and spoke into a megaphone, saying things like, quote, "Planned Parenthood murders babies."
If we move our laptops, it looks like we are playing Battleship. G4.
You sunk my battleship.
Yes. Cadence Mitchell shows you where you can sink your opponent's boats for real.
As this canoe sinks in the hyperpool, you might be wondering why there's a canoe in the hyperpool. This is definitely one of the more interesting things to guard. Campus Rec puts on the Battleship intramural once a year. Students formed teams and splashed it out on Saturday. It seemed a lot more lively than the last time they did it. I'm currently in an unstable canoe, but good thing I'm outside the pool because I'm in really nice clothes. But I have a bucket here with me because the biggest tactic was to fill it with water and dump it into your opponent's canoe.
We learned that we had to stay lower and control the boat.
Teams changed their tactics. Each round they learned more about how to swamp other canoes to the bottom.
The person in the middle that was balancing the boat was the most important. The boats were definitely not created equal. We had to find the best boat. Canoes
were sinking left and right, all but one. The winners got t-shirts and the title. ATV News.
You can find more intramural games on the Fusion Play app, and you can find that link on our Facebook page.
When you're young, how do you know what opportunities are out there? Jackson Day tagged along with a program that helps kids decide what they want to do by letting them know what their options are.
Then we have stick welding.
Welders, architects, veterinarians, and other working professionals teach students at Mount Logan Middle School about careers they might not have known about.
It is kind of my first exposure. I've heard about it before, but now this is the first time I've ever really wanted to do it.
Does this look familiar?
Oh,
The program, called Gear Up, says they empower kids by teaching them how to become what they want to be.
It feels like something I could do because I actually know what path to take to do it.
But when you're in the 8th grade, it can be hard knowing what you want to be when you grow up. That's where Gear Up comes in.
We'll follow these 8th graders until they're freshmen in college or doing their first year or 6 months or whatever they need to do at a trade.
The point is there are a lot of jobs that you could have in any of these industries.
Taking the kids on college tours and helping them apply for financial aid and scholarships are a few of the ways Gear Up works with kids, primarily from lower income areas, as they get older.
It's just really important to start them early, so we plant that seed when they're younger, and then by the time they're juniors, taking ACT, SAT, and those important college entry exams, that they have seen some careers and they have a tentative plan.
Jackson Day, ATV News.
Gear Up says they are on year 2 of a 7-year grant and hope to help kids for years to come.
In spirit of Valentine's Day on Saturday, our Kinsey Bitterman dug into USU's Special Collection archives and found some love letters that a Utah couple wrote to each other during World War II. Kinsey joins us live at Special Collections to tell us more about these letters.
Yes, I'd love to. Thanks, Kaylee. I am here in the archives at USU where these World War II love letters live. Listen to this. Your letters won't take your place, but they help a lot in keeping me from getting too lonesome. Goodbye now, and all my love to you, my dearest. That was LeGrand Peterson writing to his love, Helen, who also was known as Billy. And Kelly Ravagno joins us for Special Collections. Kelly, tell us more about this couple and their love letters.
Of course. So here at USU Special Collections and Archives, we collect a lot about the history of the Intermountain West, including Cache Valley. And the Petersons lived in Cache Valley and around Utah during the early 20th century. And LeGrand was drafted in 1942. And so these are his letters between his fiancée and later wife, between his deployment in 42, and then he was discharged in 1943. And they just show kind of the struggles and day-to-day life of a couple during that time.
Yes, and what do these letters mean in a time of total war?
I think they're a great glimpse into life. LeGrand was a little older. He was in his 30s, so he was discharged in 1943, but he was moving around the country. He was in American camps and then later served in the African theater. So kind of the struggle of war, of impact of every aspect of their lives, and then him being overseas kind of just shows a glimpse of how them as a couple and their impact on the local community too, like how the war was going and how it affected people in Cache Valley.
Yeah, and we don't write letters like this anymore, and while they might just live here in a museum, historians say that they once were a sign of people's love and emotional attachments. And Kelly, how did this love story end?
So we do have their wedding invitation. So they got married in 1942, and then he was discharged in 1943, and he came back. He had a long career as a tax accountant, and she taught elementary school for many years, and they ended up retiring in the 60s and spent a lot of years of retirement doing community service. So kind of a happy ending to a very stressful period in their lives and the country's history.
Yeah. Yes. Reporting live, thanks Kelly. Reporting live, Kinsey Bitterman, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kinsey.
Do you think chocolate is healthy because it comes from a plant? People gathered at the Anthropology Museum to see if that's true. This man is smiling watching a machine make chocolate at the Anthropology Museum for the History of Chocolate event. Aggie Chocolate brought in mixers to show how cacao beans are grinded up into powder for chocolate.
Because of the response of people last year that we decided to hold it again. And I think, the response is always super great.
Over 200 people showed up over the course of the event after food science majors anticipated 63 people. Chocolate fans could try free Aggie chocolate and eat hot chocolate at the end. If you missed the event, you can buy your own dang chocolate at the Aggie Chocolate Factory. And don't worry, they won't be selling what the kids made with their bare hands that may or may not have been washed.
That's so awesome, Aaliyah. And Cadence Mitchell joins us at the desk with ATV weather.
Hello, guys.
And that looks so fun. I'm jealous you gotta go. I want to go get some chocolate.
It was so good. They gave me a few pieces. We all have to go.
I'm seriously so jealous, and today would be a perfect day to try some chocolate because you can actually stay inside because it is currently raining. We're going to take a look outside, and there's students walking in the rain, and the high temperature right now is 50 degrees.
You might expect syrup from the Northeast, but we'll show you how people are making it right here in Cache Valley.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Coming to college with high meal expectations? Don't be fooled.
No. Oh.
Are your meal expectations not meeting your reality? Let your meal expectations become your reality at USU Dining Services.
Being a cowboy, I don't know anything different from when I was 3 or 4 years old. I did tough things. I thought everybody needed to do tough things, and if you didn't, I didn't have time for it. I had a very successful career at a very young age, and life was fast. I was preparing physically. I wasn't doing anything mentally on the inside. And then I got hurt. I wanted to be better as a person, and I really dug into mental health. I start my day with 20-minute workouts. I live life 8 seconds at a time. Horses are so therapeutic. They know what you're feeling. When you're nervous, they're nervous. He won't say it back, but we're pals. I take a lot of responsibility in taking care of my kids, my family, and being there for them. You're gonna have tough days. Everybody does. Find a place to stop and just breathe. Love your mind.
Billie Eilish is sparking conversation after making a statement at the Grammys about stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Critics online called it a contradiction, noting Eilish owns a home on historically owned Tongva land. The Tongva tribe responded in a statement saying, "As the first people of the greater Los Angeles basin, we do understand that her home is situated on our ancestral land. Eilish has not contacted our tribe directly regarding her property." We took the question to campus and asked students, how do you feel about Billie Eilish acknowledging stolen land while also owning property on historically indigenous land?
I think that people who have the platform to do good should do it.
I feel like definitely acknowledging is a good first step, and especially from such a high-profile, prolific, and popular figure. I feel like that was really, it was really good of her to do that.
Whether I agree with her or not, just a little bit hypocritical in my opinion.
You guys have no real concept of what the real world is about. Like, maybe just shut up and accept your speech.
I think we got to be careful about what we say and how it's going to come across to the people that we're talking to.
I think that people...
Of the 11 students we spoke with, 5 agreed with the statement Eilish made and 6 disagreed.
Syrup, a common sweetener for breakfast foods, can be found in your backyard. Erica Mejia shows you how maple syrup can be collected from trees you own.
So when you're tapping a tree, you're tapping it at a time when it's bringing up that sap that you're collecting at night because it's getting really cold and all of that gas is contracting and freezing. And then during the day as it warms up, that sap is released and flows down, and that's when it flows into your spile and into your bucket.
This past weekend, USU hosted a maple tapping workshop where researchers taught people how to tap maple trees. As the classroom filled, people were ready to learn about maple tapping.
Maple syrup or even maple water for brewing. Yeast love and natural sugar. You use it. I love any way that I get to be connected to the land and trees and plants, and it to me feels like a really cool way to be, I guess, connected to seasons.
Kate Hunter works at Stokes Nature Center and does these maple tapping workshops at USU every year, as well as other classes.
I'm outside of the ASTE building, where this maple tree was tapped 4 days ago. As you can see, there isn't anything yet, but researchers say it can take weeks for syrup collection to happen.
It's going to end at the end of the March, so it's about 1 month. As you may know, the maple syrup industry actually majority located in extreme weather, so we are thinking there's a potential actually expand this opportunities to different parts of the United States.
In Utah alone, there are about 5.8 million big-tooth maple trees that can be tapped for syrup production.
2 million trees in Utah, that's just in Utah. So there's great potential for tap big-tooth maple trees for syrup production.
Yu Ping says the department is applying for a grant so they can cover the Intermountain West region.
Intermountain West, so including Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska. So that's the whole project.
Erica Mejia, ATV News.
USU hosts this workshop every year.
Welcome to this edition of ATV Weather. I'm Cadence Mitchell. First, we're going to look over at our national radar, and we're going to look over at the East Coast, which we got some rain coming in from New York City, from up north. And then if we look over on the West Coast, we have some rain in Idaho coming down into Utah and also from Northern California. Next, we're going to move over to our state radar. In northern Utah, we're getting some rain, which you saw outside, and it looks like in central Utah, it's pretty dry, but if you look down at southern Utah, it is also getting a bit of rain. Next, we're going to move over to the 7-day forecast. Today, we're getting some rain, as you saw, in the high is 50 degrees with a low of 35. Tomorrow, looks like we have a 50% chance of rain with a high of 48 and a low of 30. On Friday, it's going to be partly sunny and a high of 48 with a low of 26. We're going to move over to Saturday, and it's also going to be partly cloudy with a high of 50 and a low of 33. Perfect for Valentine's Day. You can maybe take your day outside and enjoy a sunny day. Next, we're going to move to Sunday, which is also partly sunny with a high of 53 degrees and a low of 35. But on Monday, it's going to go back to raining with a 40% chance with a high of 53 and a low of 31. And on Tuesday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 43 and a low of 24.
Thanks, Cadence. And we also have Erica Mejia here with sports. And I'm so happy to see rain on the forecast, but I'm also praying that we get some snow so I can go skiing.
I know, me too. I brought my skis up from Idaho so I could go ski at Beaver, but it's been so warm that I haven't been able to go.
I've actually been wanting to learn how to ski, and the lack of snow is so sad, so hopefully it does turn into snow.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I think rain in February is crazy. But this Saturday, you guys should not worry about the weather at all because we should all be at the basketball game in the Spectrum.
Tickets are $35, and that's for one session.
We'll tell you how the Hurd hopes to pay for the tournament with tickets from chicken and a blank t-shirt.
We are taught you don't talk about your problems with nobody because you could get in trouble. And I've been through a lot. Anxiety, depression, sexual assault. When I decided to get help, my life changed. And the mental health box, that was one of the big tools. Accepting help means that we are allowing somebody to bless our life. It's freeing. We got stronger together. Love your mind.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love your mind.
Love
your mind.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded, be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love
your mind.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool.
Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Erica Mejia. We'll start by a look at women's tennis. USU dominated Idaho State University last weekend, winning a doubleheader at home. Women's basketball, on the other hand, didn't go so well. They lost against UNLV at home with a score of 71-60. Spectrum Magic was at full capacity last night when men's basketball team played the Fresno State Bulldogs with a friendly welcome. The game was off to an exciting start. The Fresno Bulldogs scored the first 8 points until Adlin Elliman made a three-pointer, putting the Aggies on the scoreboard. Not long after, Drake Allen pushes forward and shoots the ball and scores. The Bulldogs run the ball back to their side of the court, and Deshaun Gorey scores. The Aggies take the ball back with the pass to Zach Keller. Keller takes the three-point shot and tanks it. After the Bulldogs run to their basket, the Aggies run home and Mason Fossett makes the layup. At 14 minutes, the Aggies are tied 13-13 with the Bulldogs when Carson Timlin passes the ball to Elijah Perryman. Perryman takes the three and scores, breaking the tie and putting the Aggies on top of the lead, 47-35, making the student section a cheerful crowd. Starting the second half strong, Drake Allen passes the ball to MJ Collins Jr., who takes a three-point and scores. David Douglas Jr. on the Bulldogs makes a great attempt to shoot, but gets rejected by USU Gary Clark. The Bulldogs run back and pass the ball around a couple of times before passing it to a teammate to beat the time clock, but miss. Drake Allen takes the ball, passes it to Templin, who passes it to Falsliff. Falsliff tries to get in and misses, gets the ball back, passes it to Allen, who pushes forward and scores with a layup, getting close to the end of the second quarter. Aggie ball. Allen passes to MJ Collins Jr., who dunks the ball. The Aggies won the game with a score of 91-78. The win keeps men's basketball highly ranked in the Mountain West. USU will play at home again this Valentine's Day, and that is Saturday at 6. I just love basketball, guys.
Yes, thanks, Erica. And that game was so much fun to watch last night, except I had to watch it from my TV because I didn't get tickets to the game, and I was so bummed.
I am so scared to admit this. I have never been to an Aggie basketball game.
Aaliyah, you've got to go.
They're the best.
It is so fun, and the Spectrum Magic is so fun. It's so amazing. Oh, yes. And speaking of Spectrum Magic, Utah State student section is hoping to take its game day energy on the road. Olivia Hadfield shows us how getting there might come at a cost.
This is the energy at the Spectrum that got the attention of ESPN. It's the same energy the Hurd hopes to bring to the Mountain West Conference tournament in Las Vegas. But this year, there's a problem: ticket prices.
In previous years, the conference has provided free tickets to each school for students, And this year they decided not to give us free tickets anymore.
One way the Hurd is raising money is through a spirit night at Raising Cane's.
Can I get the...
Where mentioning Hurd at checkout sends 15% of each purchase towards student tournament tickets.
I'm standing outside of the Spectrum right now, and the fundraising doesn't just end with Raising Cane's. It also starts with a blank shirt.
The Hurd posted to Facebook asking the community for donations. In return, their logo on a shirt.
Then these are all the businesses that donated to us last year, and then we handed 300 of these out to students.
And local companies have already contributed.
It's a good community. People usually like to help students out, especially if they are like alumni.
As the tournament approaches, the Hurd hopes fundraising like this will help bring home game energy to Las Vegas. Olivia Hadfield, ATV News.
Burdett says they have already raised $5,000 and hopes that numbers will keep rising.
Thank you for watching this edition of ATV News.
You can watch this and other editions on our Facebook page.
We will leave you with a few more shots from the battleship competition.
Have a great week, Cache Valley.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, have a good time. Seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall. And make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Hello, parents and prospective freshmen of Utah State. You seem tense. Please take a load off. Here at Utah State, we know the value of balance in student life. Balance. 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 Utah State student housing, a balanced way of life.
The surplus store. Someone's trash is about to be my treasure.
We have cords and cables here. We have bags full of towels and sheets. Do you want this fold-up mattress? Because we don't.
We got keyboards, paint cans, whatever this is, typewriters, computer monitors.
It's destiny on the line, and we want you at surplus.
Products are not guaranteed to work. All sales are final.